we go. And especially if you're a Yankee fan, this is the best hour of baseball you'll see all week. Because my squad's dropping like flies down in Florida. But around here, internal baseball, we're relatively healthy. So we're excited to be back. Of course, I'm Mark. That's Brent. It's the best baseball ever. And we're getting to the point where we try to get every team on the game of the week by the end of the year. And at this point, I'm looking for any two teams matching up that haven't been on yet, right? The two birds, one stone concept, getting harder to do. So today we'll have the Mariners making their second appearance, but they're hosting the Kansas City Royals, who are just zooming to the top of the American League North, which is something
what a year.
Right? Or South, sorry. I always thought it was a possibility, but it just never really happened. And then through the wave of the magic wand, after the All-Star game, the Birmingham Knights, who have always been the power in that division, are having a rotten year.
Rotten with a capital R, right?
Yeah, right. Normally they're 20 games over 500. They're 20 games under 500. So
that's absurd for that squad.
Yeah, like everybody's struggling. Maybe there's just like a flu epidemic, or they all have mono or something like.
The mono.
It's a little unusual down there in Birmingham.
Do kids still get mono nowadays, or is that not a thing? I remember that was sweep through. They are junior high.
Yeah. And kids will be gone like a month.
Yeah.
Holy smokes! But I'm not sure if it's just less prevalent or who knows. They probably just take a month off to go skiing and have mono. Right? That's
actually not a bad idea. I should think.
See, right? I'm always thinking. So we will have our game of the week coming up later. It's Kansas City at Seattle. But moving around the eternal baseball universe, and a lot of today's birthdays are commemorated on our Facebook and Instagram pages. But we want to send out happy birthday wishes to these guys or their families if they haven't actually celebrated a birthday in a while. You know what I mean?
Their grandkids, man, great.
Yeah, you bet. So Archie Vaughn of Hall of Famer with the Pirates, Bert Campaneris, Jackie Jensen, Benito Santiago, Aaron Boone, and Terry Mulholland, who I was pretty sure is still pitching, but it turns out no.
Jamie Moyer locking the staff down.
He ran out of teams to play for. So kudos to all those guys and happy birthday. Looking around the leagues, so we've got one of the most scorching hot seasons ever. And it belongs to former St. Louis Brown. And of course, they became the Baltimore Orioles. Ken Williams, an outfielder for him. And I had to look him up. He's usually good, but this year he's incandescent. He's crazy hot. Turns out Ken Williams was the first 30-30 guy in baseball history. But he doesn't get a lot of pub for it, because I think that year he hit 39 homers and stole 31 bases and got caught 25 times. So under modern analytics, he never would have got 30.
Not a net stolen base guy.
No, he was the first 39 plus 6 base stealer
plus 6
for the Browns. But he just cracked his 40th homer of the season.
Whew. And
we're at game 101. And his career high was 39. So this is the kind of rare case where a guy
kid's got a chance.
Dude, he must have gotten that full 30% bonus. We talk about it from time to time. Every year, every player has their baseline stats modified anywhere between up and down 30%. What we'll from now on call the Ken Williams effect and the Ty Cobb effect.
The Ty Cobb.
in a good and a bad way. But this is, we see it from time to time. And the best bit is that that modifier can't even be viewed, and it certainly can't be altered by anybody. The only way you can figure out what's going on is by watching the box scores and see stuff that just doesn't make sense. So, yeah, Kenny Williams, through the roof, 40 homers, leading the American League with 61 games left.
Oh, that's going to be good. He's got a chance.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of root against him because a guy with a career high of 39 hitting 60 or 70 is, I don't know. That's not. I would like to be a little closer to reality than that. But.
Yeah. Well, at some point we'll get some sweet like Jeff Bezos money, and then we'll hire some coder to do an audit of the software if we can really suss it out.
Yeah, it's a good
especially
idea.
The Ty Cobb angle. That's what the people want.
Oh, for TD, our diehard Tino, our diehard Cobb fan. I told him after season 5. I'm going to take Cobb's stats, and I'm not going to drop his bunting ability, but I'm going to give him 0 sacrifice hits, none. And I think his statistical baseline is like 214 hits a season, right? So I'm wondering if because normally he had like 35, 36 sacrifice hits a year. Like being as good a bunter and as good a hitter as Cobb was, he liked to bunt once in a while to make people bring those corners in, and then he would lash the ball past their ear. I'm not sure the computer can handle the dichotomy of a guy who bunts for that many hits. So I just want to try a season off the books. No sacrifice hits for Cobb. Because you're
just talking about bunting for a base hit.
Bunting for a bunting. Yeah. It would still leave him as he's rated as like a 9 out of 10. He would still be a great bunter and capable of it.
Yeah.
I just wonder if the computer is not able to process it because it's our 5th season and Cobb hasn't cracked 250 yet.
Just such an outlier. You think it can't quite process. That'd be interesting.
I don't know because Cobb's, we go by peak stats, best 3 consecutive seasons average. And for Cobb, that's like 404 for a batting average. Ridiculous, but true. So anyway, we're going to try that in the offseason. See if
sorry. Welcome, Cameron.
Cobbs it up a little bit. Oh, yeah. Cam's getting in here. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. The mono stereo Leggett.
Yeah, you could absolutely help with the Royals lineup. Mulholland pitched forever because he was a lefty, I think. That helped.
Starter. He really was a journeyman, wasn't he?
He went everywhere. And I remember he had one of the most basic baseball epiphanies I ever read when he was like, they told me, 1 year late in his career, it's like that the league was hitting 300 off of me. And I thought I was down about it. And then I thought about it. And I'm like, 70% of the time they can't touch me. And like he was actually emboldened by the thought, right? Like I get most of the hitters out. I'm like, I mean, that's a good way to look at it once you crack 35.
That's power positive thinking. I like it.
There you go. So hold on, it spilled over.
We're still going.
Damn.
I'm going to keep bleeding in through the rest of the broadcast.
I don't know if he's done, but either way, we appreciate it from our research.
That's hard on his family, man.
Yeah. Look at this.
Welcome, Brian.
That's totally fine. No problem. Call your friends. Tell them the Eternal Baseball Podcast on the air again. So, the other one, Chuck Klein, if you remember him, the absolute steamrolling outfielder of the Phillies, won our first Eternal Baseball Triple Crown last season. And I would say, obviously, the MVP award, but Ted Williams famously won the Triple Crown and lost the MVP award.
That's the same.
It's not a given. But anyway, Chuck Klein's lead the National League in homers and RBI. Got 36 dingers, 109 RBI in 101 games against the best pitchers of all time, all in their prime. So
it's just raking.
Calm down, Chuck. But he's only 10 points behind Troy Tulowitzki for top batting average in the National League. Tulo's at 357. Chuck's at 347. There's a lot of season left. So feasible we could have a back-to-back Triple Crown winner.
That would be absurd.
And they're real good. Philly's probably the odds-on favorite at this point. So look out, league.
Welcome, Munchkin. Yeah, Edwin Jackson. I forgot that's the name. You don't hear that often, huh?
Oh, yeah, digging that. And the other bit, we had a really good hit streak. Bill Terry, who was a really good hitting first baseman for the New York Giants way back when, had a hit streak at 20. That was the third best of season 5. And it died right there. So I think the record's 22 for this year. It was real close, but not happened. Not happened. Yeah, I remember seeing this on the Albert Achievement Awards when Marv Albert used to go on. He had the Throne Glove the first, which counts.
He's one of those guys that once AI dials in the voices, somebody's just gonna like take over. Just do YouTube clips of fake Marv Albert voices doing modern.
My favorite Marv Albert clip. It was ages ago when the Knicks drafted or signed Sidney Green, another 7-footer, to play next to Ewing. And they displaced Ewing because Ewing could shoot. So after being a center his entire life, they did this experiment with Green at center and Ewing at power forward. And Ewing was totally lost, right? They just displaced their franchise's best center of all time to try this thing. And there's his Albert used to do Knicks games. And so Sidney Green had this unbelievable bit. And I only heard the audio of it, never saw the video of it. But I think he got 3 consecutive offensive rebounds. And it was right by the basket. He's the center, right? And so Albert goes, Green to the hoop. No good. Rebound Green. He goes up with it again. No good. Rebound Green. He's up a hook. No good. Sidney Green is killing the Knicks. Most play-by-play guys aren't that direct.
I love it.
He kind of straddled that play-by-play color role. But I'll never forget. Sidney Green is killing the Knicks. Outstanding. All right, so let's take a look at the week that was here. Let me share the screen and share the audio because
that was that Charles. What was his name? Can't remember his comment. It was Charles
Smith.
Charles Smith. That's right.
Yeah, and as a Knicks fan, he was not fouled ever. Not once under that hoop. Not at all. Yeah. That was rough. Yeah, right at the end. Right at the end. Thanks for bringing that up, by the way.
Little dagger.
Remember when Don Dinkinger called that Cardinal safe in the World Series?
Oh, man. That escalated quickly.
Just say, as a Bull fan.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
There's going to be some fireworks tonight.
I'm telling you, man. I was so tired of those Bulls. When they would say, Michael and the Bulls face the New York Knicks this Saturday. Like they were the friggin' Rockettes, right? Like, geez. Anyway. All right, so here's what we're looking at. Look at here. I hit all the early weeks just because they're kind of dull and empty and somewhat embarrassing. So all we're looking at here is week 16, week 17. This week is week 17. What I should have done, look at this. Some of this got wonky. It shows how hard I was working today. These guys, I know, excel live on the Eternal Baseball podcast. Pretty exciting. The Giants trying a little.
We'll cut this into a YouTube short.
Right.
So this will do numbers.
The Giants are trying a little stolen valor here based off last week. We're not going to let that happen. All right, so here we go. So the Kings, and I love this. The Houston Astros went 6-0 a week after going 1-5. So, okay, you do you guys. Fantastic to see. Baltimore, who's fantastic, 5-1. I think they're 3 games up on the Yanks right now. Out in the East, the Reds. It's funny because our fan on Facebook who gave us the new Reds lineup to run said, "Run this for 2 weeks and they'll catch St. Louis." And sure enough. If you look, check out the records there. Cincinnati's got 59 wins. St. Louis, 59 wins. Wow. So the only problem is Chicago Cubs, 60 wins. So the Cubs went a little hotter. But even still, the Reds are turned around, and we'll probably do something on the newsletter about it at some point. They've got the best chimera on top of their pitching staff of anybody. It's Dolph Luke, I believe that's how you pronounce it, who's been leading the whole league in ERA forever. And Bob Ewing and somebody else, right?
Tony, said
no, Noodles.
Noodles on. All right. There you go.
They got these 300-year-old starters that are just annihilating the entire league, right? Hey, look at this.
Yeah, welcome, Tino and Rob. Welcome.
It's either spring break tomorrow for Rob, or he's going to be mean to his class tomorrow because he's breaking it up. Yeah, look at this. Everybody loves noodles.
Hard not
right?
to like noodles.
Hard to believe you could carry your dad's lunch to him at work every day and get saddled with the nickname Noodles for the rest of your life. But more power to Noodles on.
It could have been worse, I guess, right?
I suppose.
We've heard considerably worse nicknames.
He's got 14 wins. He's going to get paid, so no problem at all. The rough weeks belong to Birmingham, who've had a rotten year. The White Sox.
Yeah, I guess at some point we're going to have a work stoppage in our league, huh? I didn't thought about that.
Ooh, that's a good point. Never thought about that. Oh, look at this. And I like teachers, but I just twisted that knife. Sorry, brother. The Rockies at 1-5, yeah, but they were 6-0 last week, so who can figure out? The Rockies are hitting the ball like crazy, which isn't a surprise. Shouldn't be a surprise, but they really haven't been that juggernaut in internal baseball that you expect them to be. But they're rolling. The Padres had a rough week. The Nationals had a rough week, and that's the week it was. But tonight we've got game of the week: Kansas City at Seattle. And I'll throw this open to you, Rodo, into the floor. I believe now a couple of years ago there was a Birmingham Seattle game with Satchel Paige and Randy Johnson trading zeros for 12 innings. It was incredible. I thought it was the best overall pitched game we'd ever had, right? And the whole reason why we wanted to do this in the first place, right? The idea of a box score with Satchel Paige against Randy Johnson.
So good, yeah.
But I think, and we've had 4 no-hitters this year, I think Brent Saberhagen threw the best game in eternal baseball history on Saturday. Look at this box score. Let me drop this down. So let me zoom in here so we can just get a good look at Saberhagen. Right?
Cheers.
He pitched into the 14th inning with a no-hitter. He threw 13 no-hit innings, threw 2 more, got 2 guys out, so 2 outs in the 14th. And I think they had a 1-run lead at the time. They had just scored 1. And look, here's his maximum pitch count's 130. He threw his 125th pitch and gave up a single to J.P. Crawford through shortstop and third. And that's when they went out to get him and said, we love it, but yeah, you're done. And they brought in Wade Davis, who's incredible this year. Look at his ERA, 0.73. So they finally bring in Wade Davis. He gets the next guy, strikes the next guy out. Oh, it was Intro, strikes out Intro, and we're done. Kansas City goes home with a 1-0 win. Wow. Meanwhile, on the other side, you think Randy Johnson's a little irritable? Try throwing a complete game 4-hitter with 10 strikeouts. Complete game shutout. And then his pen was good to him, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know if a 13-inning no-hitter that you lose in the 14th is more impressive than a 9-inning no-hitter. But I'm willing to have that argument with anybody, right?
Yeah, I think you're onto some for sure.
Holy smokes! So kudos to Brett Saberhagen, winning in the 14th. So everybody was like, "Wow, man, what a night! Let's get back to the hotel, get some sleep. We'll come back for Sunday." They come back. Today's game also went 14 innings in Seattle, with Greg Holland and Jeff Montgomery combining for 3 2/3 innings of scoreless relief. Amos Otis homered in the 14th to make lift the Royals to a 5-4 win.
Wow.
So Kansas City's won the first 2 of this 3-game set, but just barely.
This bullpen has been.
Yeah, right. And the bullpens are trash. So, yeah.
We got a couple more comments here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome, Dave.
The shock of the reboot. KC blew Birmingham out, which is almost as shocking as Ty Cobb hitting 300. I don't believe we've ever had a perfect game. We had one that was super close. Matter of fact, I was actually playing that game. It was Yankees-Orioles. I think it was Bob Shockey. I was playing as the Yankees. And in the 9th, they were going to let, I think, Boog Powell bat. And he was 0 for 4, not doing well. And I went, you know what? They wouldn't do that. They would absolutely pinch hit Eddie Murray here. And so I took control of Baltimore, subbed in Murray, gave control back to Baltimore, and Murray hit a pinch home run. perfect game and shutout, both gone. I think the Yankees still won, but yeah, it's sometimes we get it right, sometimes we don't. You might see some Arthur Rhodes. I'm not sure if he didn't pitch Saturday, so maybe they've got a pretty good pen there in Seattle. So we'll show you as we go along. So here's the standings. Here's where we're at. Love that the Dodgers and Giants are tied atop the West. That should be a ball to watch down the road. Atlanta's got the South well in hand. The North is always competitive. So you've got Chicago in the lead, St. Louis 1 game back, Cincinnati 2 games back. Bear in mind, these numbers reflect tomorrow's games because I've played all of them except for the Seattle Royals game. Philadelphia has a 20-game lead on second place Montreal. So don't worry about that, Philly fans. You're going to be fine. Oakland's up 10 on a pretty good Angels team who's in the wild card hunt. Kansas City has a 14.5 game lead.
That is silly.
And no offense, right? I don't want to say they're not that good, but they're only 7 games over 500. It's just stunning how bad the rest of the division is. Detroit's playing well. Cleveland is 4 games back, but in that wild card hunt, Baltimore has been strong all year. The Yankees are 3 games back in the wild card hunt, but the Yankees' rotation is shaky and their bullpen is trash. It's Rivera and a bunch of scrubs. Like the names are good, right? It's Aroldis Chapman, Dylan Betances.
Yeah, just not bringing it.
David Robertson, Sparky Lyle, and Goose Gossage. And every one of them has been garbage except Rivera. So it is not the Yankees year. And I know that's going to make everybody happy. Oh, yeah, and Rob's got a good point that Eddie Murray probably just hit that on attitude alone, right? So we love Eddie Murray. But that's what we got. Other than that, I think it's time for baseball. Fire up the schedule here. And it says 2024, but that's fine. If we play it here, it'll reflect in the right place on the schedule. Here are tomorrow's games. So tonight, it's Kevin Appier. He is 10-9 with a 4.18. And the Mariners just shook up their rotation because Jamie Moyer was getting lit up. So Moyer's out and Luis Castillo is in, making his first start of the year for those Mariners. So let's get that ready. And Cameron, you wanted to help with the Royals lineup, so get ready because we got a lot to figure out here. So pitching wise, it's where do you go? Appier. Here we go. And on the other side, Castillo making his first start. All right, so against right-handers, we'll sort this by OPS versus right-handers. And it's got to be Ichiro leading off, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. And then
let's put Edgar in the 2.
Edgar at 2. And
let's go Griffey, Boone, or Seager maybe.
Seager's having the best year, but Boone's, Seager's notably better. So it's probably Seager at 3rd. We'll probably have Edgar DHing. I'm sure he won't take that personal. Brett Boone at 2nd. And then it looks like Raul Ibanez in left. I'm so proud of me getting my little tildes and stuff in there. Raul Ibanez.
Well
very
done.
good. Sun Devil Alvin Davis. Love him.
So what do we need? A shortstop and
a catcher. So it looks like Dan Wilson catching. Former Royal Raul Ibanez. Look at this. Yeah, you can't have him. You get Danny Tartable, former Mariner, so it's even. And then shortstop.
Rated rookie.
Yeah, right? Okay, so these guys are about the same with the bat. J.P. Crawford, Omar Vizquel, but Vizquel is far superior defensively. So
Sure
what?
Sure for Vizquel.
Okay. So Omar, now dig it. Omar is not long for the Mariner Blue because in a year or two, Francisco Lindor will stop being a Guardian and will become a Met. and then they'll have room on the Cleveland roster for Vizquel. Cleveland fans often go, "Where's Omar?" And I'm like, "You got 4 Hall of Fame shortstops. Like, where's Omar?" Yeah, looking for his bat. That's where Omar is. Okay, so flip over here. Oh, look at this. Yeah. Yeah. He bats lefty righty and he stinks from both sides.
The glove plays though. The glove does play.
Glove definitely plays. But look, they got Frank White inactive. We got to stop that for the Royal fans. So,
there will be blood.
Right? Yeah, it's actually Emil Sotis who shouldn't be here, just based on the year he had. And he homered to win yesterday's game. Sorry.
Great hit, kid. Sorry.
Sorry about that.
Skip wants to see you.
Right? Hey, nice homer. By the way. Wow, the 2 guys with the best on-base percentage are Danny Tartabull and John Mayberry. If there were 2 less likely guys to lead off ever, then
I think you got to put it. Well, we'll see what Cameron wants to do, but I mean, you got to put Bobby Witt up there, right?
I mean, he fits the profile. The 304 on base is a least.
That'll raise over the years.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can't wait for one more year of true Bobby Witt to bake into these stats, and we'll be good to go. But all right, Cam, we're gonna start doing this. You need to speak up. There we go. Witt lead off for his speed. Okay. So
got to put Brett in the 2-hole, right?
I think Brett goes 2, Tartabull goes 3, and Mayberry goes 4. That lets us go righty, lefty, righty, lefty. Brett Mayberry. You want Mayberry instead of Tartabull or flopping the 2? I can do that. Tartabull is probably going to DH because he's a rotten outfielder. You tell me, Cam. I like having somebody else to blame it on at the end. So you tell me.
I'm just excited to pinch run Hal McRae at some point. We'll see the slide in full action.
In my heart of hearts, I can't bat Frank White ahead of Jermaine Dye. So I'm going to think maybe it's Jermaine Dye. Oh, he likes left, right, left, right. All right, so Mayberry and Tartabull will flop.
He's just going to murder Omar Vizquel. There's not going to be anything left to send to Cleveland.
It's going to be a Mortal Kombat scene.
Yeah, right. Finish him. It's just a barrel roll finishing move.
He just turns into like a log with knives.
Let's just say when we get the Eternal Baseball video game coming out, that's going to be part of it, right? That's just going to be
pretty good. All right, Frank White, because the Royal fans, they get mad.
What was that? Baseball stars? It's going to be more ridiculous than baseball stars.
Dude, at 1 a.m. when we hit that guy with a 200-mile-an-hour fastball and he burst into flames, that was pretty hardcore. Whit Merrifield can play center. Catcher will be Sal Perez over Mike McFarland because come on. And left field, man, it could be Johnny Damon.
Cameron says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!"
Oh wow!
He wants McFarland.
The defense isn't close, but Max got a better bat this year. So now here's the deal: left field, I can give you Johnny Damon. The numbers say Damon. You can also get Jorge Soler, or you can have Hal McRae.
Ooh, Cameron, make the right decision.
Roto's big.
No pressure, but
right? It is the 9-hole.
I mean, that base running plays.
Yeah. Cam, I'm just saying.
Think carefully, because you may get banned if you make the right decision here. Yeah. Mark's quick on that trigger.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, boo this man. Boo.
Man, rough crowd tonight. All right. So our lineups are gold. Ready for baseball.
Pitching for Seattle, number 58, Luis Castillo.
Ooh, Castillo.
Leading off for Kansas City, shortstop, number 7, Bobby Witt Jr.
Okay.
So what size hat do you think Castillo has?
Man, I don't know.
Get those locks in there. I mean, how much bigger? It's like an 8.5 or something.
It's got to be a Bochy special, right?
There you go.
All right, so let me.
The Jim Leland.
Did Leland have a big hat?
No, he's just that one baseball card where I don't know. He was somewhere in spring training, but it looks like he's almost wearing like a Lincoln like stovetop hat with a Pirates logo on it.
All right, so we're Seattle tonight. So we'll give Kansas City over to the computer.
We got to bring the Kingdom back. No one's going to begrudge us that.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. We have to I'm not sure if these are too big. I made the heads bigger, and I'm not sure I think we're going to lose the baseball. So we'll shrink it on down.
That's a good point, Munchkin. Sorry, we kind of.
Let's see what we can make that. Hold on, let's take a look at how they're rated. Let me take control of KC for a second. Oops. Kansas City Ross. Oh, it won't let me make changes because we haven't thrown a pitch yet. So hold on. Pitch and hit, and then we'll take a look.
Strike 3. Third baseman, right. George Brent.
So Damon is rated as a 7 in center and a 6 in left. Merrifield is a 7 in center. And hang on. And a 4 in left field. So whatever reason, he can play center and not left very well. So defensively, I think we're better set up as is. But it's definitely worth looking at. All right, so I do want to point out that I make fun of Jason Varitek regularly for wearing a hockey captain C on his jersey because I always thought that was one of the lamest things ever. You can be a captain in baseball. You don't wear a C. But look at George Brent here. Look at that Captain C on that pearly white pullover. Looking very captain-esque. All right. It's hard to find a vintage picture of George Brent when he's between dips. But I think I did it this time. So, all right, so here we are. Now we're just in control of Seattle. George Brent. That's a long way. Griffey couldn't even get to that.
Designated hitter, Danny Tartabull.
I think you might be muted, Roto.
Yeah, sorry. I must have burped, so I didn't want you guys to hear that and then forgot to do it. Rookie move, sorry.
George Brett just hit a friggin' laser off the wall that Griffey couldn't catch. So
hey, all the amazing commentary you guys missed.
Right?
Tartable.
Yeah, sign up for our Patreon for the
to get the full rotundity, to get the full broadcast.
That's it. Here's a Danny Tartable. You got a lot of that.
Did you get
Griffey,
that?
Right? It's Griffey. Come on.
Is he gonna run on him? Brett would run on him.
Probably.
That's pretty deep.
Not bad.
First baseman, John.
Great play, 30. Love it. Love it.
Number 30. We have to look at that. Here's John Mayberry.
It's got a defensive WAR of like 18.
That's right.
Pitching for Kansas City, Kevin Appier.
Appier.
Leading off for Seattle.
Appier was one of those guys that you're like, this guy's good, but whenever you got his baseball card in a pack, you're like, come on.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Not doing me any good. I do like that they say Ichiro Suzuki in this game because he didn't have a last name, just saying. It could be Madonna all you want, but we know there's a last name in there somewhere. Just like that.
Designated hitter, Edgar Martinez.
I was just kind of mad that his nickname was Gar. Like, that's the best. You guys are together for 162 games a year. The best you came up with was Gar.
Quite crowd.
I think he was a hitting coach for them for a while. And I always
Griffey Jr.
I always wonder about guys who were that good becoming a coach. Because sometimes I think it may not translate. They're just
it must be impossible because I mean it's just like all the stuff you take for granted, right? I mean, his eyesight compared with his eye-hand coordination, just stuff that like I mean, how do you?
Yeah, I forget who it was. Some Cardinal once asked his teammate, Stan Musial, what the secret of hitting was. And he said, here's my approach. I try to only swing at strikes and swing really hard. And if I was Stan Musial's teammate, I would be like, you know what? Shut your hole, Stan Musial. Of course you'd say that. Here's Ken Griffey Jr. with his backwards cap trying to ruin baseball.
Oh, did he get it?
No, it's Johnny Damon.
Oh, it's off the wall.
No, Johnny
Right
Damon.
fielder,
Man.
Jermaine.
Oh, Cameron's got something about Vince Scully. PA.
Part of it. Yep, and
right. I mean, the French.
Man, I forgot that Sweeney was the captain. Half a lifetime ago, when I was your update guy on Sports Talk 980 in Washington D.C., I was going through the pitching matchups for later that night in the American League because back then Baltimore was kind of the home team for D.C. And they had I don't know if it was his first start, but it was the first time I'd ever seen the name. And Chicago had some kid named Mark Buehrle. And I'm like, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. I had no idea how to say that. We won't do pitching matchups this update. We'll go win streaks in the American League. Like, there was no way I was getting Burley out of that. So, yeah. All right, here's Jermaine Dye. Popping it up.
I mean, there must have been on your console like a little button where you could do like some static.
Right.
As you're talking, just like,
I should have just bleeped myself, right?
yeah, right. There you go.
Second baseman, Frank White.
Frank White. Yeah.
Center fielder,
Frank White.
number 15, Whit Merrifield.
Here's Whit Merrifield. Tapping it. Castillo's all over it.
Third baseman, number 15.
It's like so overcast in that photo. I kind of expect some rainfalls.
Yeah,
Having lived in the Northwest too long.
Yeah, right. This Seager photo is on purpose. This is his last moment before he walked off the field for the last time, right? So he's waving to the fans. Pretty cool. But in this context, it looks like he's not paying attention at all.
He's like looking at the stands.
Yeah, that pop up to third. I'm like, I don't think he's going to catch it. See?
Second baseman, Brett Boone.
Not paying
Yeah,
attention.
14 inning pitching duo again.
Yeah, if Brett Boone doesn't hit 9 homers, we'll see. Oh. Well, we certainly can't have that. Hang on. We haven't fixed the name in a long time.
This is the best part of our broadcast.
Yeah, man, we haven't done this in a while. Oh, hang on.
Tartabool.
Tartabool.
They could boo.
And that offends Cameron, the Chicago Bulls fan. Okay, I get it.
There we go.
Tarta. I mean, how do you spell bull?
I was going to say, like, I'm not sure how they're getting this.
Tartabool.
No.
Maybe 1L. Try 1L.
Tartabull.
Hey!
See, man? It's good television right here.
And since we're here,
Castillo.
Who likes to eat a quesadilla before every game.
Can I get a fajitas, please?
Castillo.
Castillo.
Oh!
Castillo.
The best part about these broadcasts is, hopefully for the two of us, it's going to be 40 years from now, but at some point we're going to pass and our kids are going to be like, oh, I miss dad. I want to just, they're going to pull up one of these broadcasts. It's just going to be you and I like doing these pronunciations.
Making quesadilla jokes. Oh, man.
Cameron's. You tried Cameron's?
What's this? Oh, okay. Hang on. This is the highest rated quarter hour of the podcast. we peak in our key demo right here.
Castillo.
Oh. Wait. I'm gonna try.
Castillo.
Oh, forget it.
Just put bleep.
Yeah. All right. We did our good work. Our good deed for today is Danny Tartable. Now, Brett Boone.
Ooh,
Left fielder.
Raymond is killing us.
I bet S.
Weird. I don't remember Brett Boone having that much power last year. Here's Raul.
Catcher, Mike McFarland.
It's one of my favorite beefs from any fan group. When I would put up the starting 9 for the Mariners and I'd put Cano as the second baseman.
Mm.
And Mariner fans would go nuts and go, get that steroid abusing cheater, liar, piece of trash out of there. And I'm like, cool, I can put in Brett Boone. Like, come on.
Dead ball.
Oh, Mike McFarland.
We have to give McFarland a new image here at some point.
He's a little washed out, isn't he? I like to get catchers with the mask on or the mask
Left fielder,
popped if I can.
Johnny.
Yeah, that's always good.
Here's Johnny Damon. He's a real good bunter, and there's no score and nobody out. No?
Well, aren't we the defense?
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, we are, right? Never mind.
Sorry, we pull the corners in, man. I don't know what you were insinuating, but
That's a good point. I kind of lost the script there for a second. Here's Bobby Witt.
I do that about 3 times a game where someone hits the long ball. It's like, oh, come on, get there.
Yeah, get there. Wait a minute. Nobody runs on each row. Just say it. Here's George Brett. Hey, no problem. 2 on, 1 out for George Brett. It's a tapper.
Turn it.
Brett Boone's on it. It's a second.
Oh, we got this.
No. Not a chance. I blame you, Omar Vizquel. So now we got runners on the corners, 2 down for Danny Tartable. Oh, so they're trying the old double steal thing here.
Ooh. They're not going to send McFarland, are they? For third? I think we got to throw to second. Let's gun Brett. I don't think they're sending McFarland.
Cut throw, safe chance 29% if cut and runner stealing home. I think you gotta cut it, don't you?
I mean, so we have a 71% chance to get him out. Is that what they're saying?
If he's stealing home, we got a 71% chance to get him.
Okay, let's do it.
If he's stealing,
they're not sending McFarland for real, right?
No. Yes.
Oh, did he make it? He made it?
Boone cuts the throw, throws home safe.
Oh, that is insanely embarrassing.
And look at George Brett sitting here on second with a 73% chance to steal third. Is this some sort of George Brett T1000 from the future that we didn't know about? Come on.
I'm still reeling from the fact that McFarland stole home on us.
Mike McFarland stole home. And you know who's responsible for that? Cameron. Because we wanted Sal Perez. Meanwhile, he wanted to get those wheels, the feared.
McFarland's like Jason Kendall now. What's going on here?
Catchers have underrated speed. I think they have overrated speed. I'll be honest.
Who's the slowest guy ever? The Cincy guy or the Italian guy?
Yeah. Was it Bubbles Hargrave?
No, he's Italian. What was it there?
Oh,
I'll pull it up. I'll go to her site.
All right, fair enough. All right, so here's Danny Tartable. We've been shamed into a 1-0 deficit. Ernie Lombardi.
Yes, thank you. Good memory.
Well done, Brian.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah, appreciate it, Brian.
2 down for John Mayberry.
I mean, he must have been so slow. They were making.
Here's Sun Devil Alvin Davis.
Yeah, Cameron, yeah, 12 steals. All right.
Okay. Now 13.
Dan Wilson.
Here's current Mariners manager, Dan Wilson.
Takes 2 hours to watch 60 minutes. I like it.
Shortstop, Omar Vizquel.
Look at Omar Vizquel here. I think this is his prom picture.
He's got a little bit of a stovetop hat going.
A big old hat riding up. Tap, tap, tap. Throw quick. All right, fine.
We're going to get no hit, aren't we?
Are we getting no hit? Oh, geez. So far.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Love those leadoff walks. They never hurt. There's a guy, I heard this stat this week. It's completely non sequitur, but if you're in a fantasy baseball league, and I only say this because Roto and I are, and this guy's already taken, there's a center fielder for the Rays named Chandler Simpson who stole a combined 105 bases in the minors last year. And they said that he's got no power, right? I think the guy had one homer on the season, but he can put the bat on the ball. And they said like league average for scoring, for leading off on base, right, is 31%. Like 31% of the time, if the leadoff guy gets on first, he scores at some point in the inning. And this guy's rate was like 47%.
Wow.
Right? Like he doesn't.
Man, the analytics guys must be going berserk.
Yeah, he doesn't need power, right?
But that's only if he gets on.
Only if he gets on, but his walks are okay, and he hits okay, just no power. So it doesn't matter if he doesn't hit doubles. He's going to be on second plenty of times, right?
But he's not Billy Hamilton.
They say
he's getting on base.
At least in the minors, he can hit.
Yeah.
He can get on base. So
I like those guys. I mean, you remember those? It harkens back to the Vince Coleman.
Yeah, Kenny Lofton was always underrated for a stinking Wildcat. But yeah, I miss those guys. Hopefully, especially because we've never seen a guy with, other than maybe Ellie De La Cruz right now, we've never seen a guy with those kind of wheels in this environment with the limited pickoffs and the bigger bases. And
it just feels like it's going to be good. That good tension that builds in the game, right?
Yeah,
but it won't be that 6 pickoff throws, right? Where you're like, oh, come on, man, just.
I hope he has an amazing career because I can't wait to see who they trade him to in 4 years.
Ooh,
that's what I'm talking about.
That was a low blow, man. They don't have a stadium, Weber.
They're playing in the best stadium they've ever seen. They're playing in the Stein.
All right, let's see.
Oh, and by the way, special shout out to the A's for wearing a Las Vegas patch on their sleeve this year and next year and the following year while they play in Sacramento. I got nothing against the players, right? But God, if there's ever been it's like Major League brought to real life, right? Ugh, that guy, Fisher.
So Cameron was saying, let's see, Franklin.
Oh, he's a city councilman.
Was he? Yeah. But it wasn't good? You'll have to spill the beans on that one.
Right.
Allegedly.
Right.
I don't know. Was he arrested? Maybe.
I bet Whit Merrifield would have been a better city councilman. Just saying. Come on, Omar. Throw home. Out chance 10%.
You had a joke. Remember when Sam Horn just disappeared? We were commenting on that. You had some joke about how he became a mayor of some town.
Right.
And I didn't pick up on the joke. And for like a couple years after that, I was like, dude, aren't you saying that Sam Horn was like the mayor of some city in New England?
Absolutely. I don't think we can throw home with a 10% chance and nobody out in the inning. Don't we got to take the out at first?
I don't know. We don't have a hit. Maybe we throw home.
That's a good point.
Let's roll the dice.
All right.
Yeah.
Throw home. I love that already Pinella is disagreeing with us, and we haven't even made up our mind yet, right?
Dude, that jaw, stunning.
Save.
Oh, come on.
Now here's a double steal just waiting to happen, right? Merrifield at 80%, White at 26%.
Okay, we got the dirt now. It's property tax issue. Yeah, that's never popular.
Man, Frank White. Not bad. Look at Whit Merrifield over there at 95%.
Whew.
96. He's toying with us. Pitch out.
Is he back with the Royals now? I'm trying to remember. Merrifield? Did he?
I don't know where he went.
I know. Yeah, he was a Blue Jay for a bit, but I forget where he wound up.
I tried to pick him off twice. You can't pick him off a third time or he takes off. So I pitched out, and he is going. So we got a 25% chance to get him. Yeah.
Why not?
Oh, and now they want us to cut the throw.
What's our odds on there?
It's 75% that we get the runner at home if the runner is coming.
We're a host. But yeah, I got to throw home.
Yeah, we do. Cut throw, yes. Yeah, it works again. We got to pull that if we ever get a base runner up.
I was going to say this. I feel this feels like a cheat code.
Right?
Of course, we need a base runner.
He's going for third. Yeah. Screw you, Whit Merrifield. Kyle Singer's like, look what I did. I got the guy third. Here's Mike McFarland, who's a hell of a catcher when he's not drawing spawn. Yeah.
Oh, he's still free agent. Okay, interesting.
Can he play third? Because the Yankees need help.
Yeah, I was saying the Mariners could probably use a utility guy.
I guess there's some sort of constitutional amendment up in Washington. They're not allowed to bring in any bats that might help. That's a shame. It looked like McFarland was going.
Didn't it?
David's done. All right, we're finally out of inning. All right, Kevin Appier, let's jinx the hell out of him. Kevin Apier's got a no-hitter through 3 innings.
He's got a perfect game.
Oh.
Oh.
Thanks for the 8 hopper to shorty throw, but wait.
I think he's there. Oh, Bobby Witt.
Can't even challenge it. Here's Gar.
I got to say, I love Witt's mullet.
Yeah.
And those glasses. I appreciate it. Feels like someone who would have grown up in Central Oregon in our era.
Right? You confuse me because they have a wit and a wit and a wit. Come on, Griffey. Oh, look at that. It's pure. The sweetest swing in baseball. Ken Griffey Jr.
Send him.
Yeah.
No, send him.
36. Griffey was never a base stealer. He wasn't slow.
Yeah, that's weird, right? You sort of suspected he would add a couple of 30 or 40 stolen base seasons, right?
I think his dad stole more than he did. And
his dad was a burner. Yeah.
He was beefy too, right? Or maybe just at the end. But here's Kyle Seager. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Here to take my back.
The longest farewell tour ever.
Right? It was it got away from McFarland, but Griffey held up. Look at this, back-to-back hits. It's a rally.
So Cameron has a couple things on Merrifield. He did pitch game.
That's pretty slick.
Yeah. I'm surprised he doesn't have any suitors.
I liked Merrifield. That was my argument with fans, was that Merrifield brought more than the peak. Merrifield was better than peak Frank White. And Royal fans lost their friggin' mind.
Yeah, White's just one of those iconic guys.
Just saying. Now, I got good news for you, Roto. On this single to right, Griffey has a 92% chance to be safe at third.
I think you do it.
If we have first and third,
yeah, there we go.
We're going to run that tush push. It cannot be stopped. So, yeah, get over there, Griffey.
Is the NFL going to outlaw that?
I think they should.
Yeah.
It's just bad football. Right? Come on. And sooner or later, a quarterback is going to get hurt, right? He's going to get held up and a lineman's going to fall on him sideways. So we got first and third.
Should we do it?
It's 2 outs, though. Seager would have to be safe at second to make it work.
That's
and
true.
Seager's at 33%.
Let's just have Boone hit a 3-run bomb.
Oh, I like that. That's the Earl Weaver offense.
There you go.
Hey, look, it's getting down. And the runners were going anyway. Dye fumbles it.
Oh, here we go. Oh,
Boone's going for
Boone,
second.
stay first so we can run our play.
Right? God damn it, Boone. So we got second, third, nobody out for Raul Ibanez. Got my face, Jermaine Dye.
Ball 4.
Walking.
Oh, who we got? Alvin Davis? I think it's Davis.
Alvin? Oh, Sun Devil.
Here we go.
2 down.
Grand
2 on
salami.
base. Bases loaded.
Apier's falling apart.
Ball 4.
Walk them.
Oh.
There is no play in sports I hate more than the bases loaded walk.
This is a 2-out rally this entire time, right?
We got 3 hits this inning and a walk, plus an error. Look out!
Dan Wilson with the bomb. Here we go.
Come on, Danny.
Ball 4.
Walk in.
We should probably get someone. We should probably get someone up for the Royals here.
Yeah. Hey, Cameron, do you want us to dig into that pen? Let's see who KC has here. As I recall, their pen's pretty good. So Ted Abernathy has barely pitched, but he's been real good. Wade Davis is your closer. Jeff Montgomery has been incredible. Greg Holland's pretty good. Steve Farr is actually in your rotation right now, so you probably want to avoid him. But you also got Quiz and Kelvin Herrera.
Yeah,
so you got a lot to pick from. Yeah. Who do you like? We got lefties and righties. He is not. He's in the minors right now. Because, look, he was on the team, but Fitzmaurice, who was brilliant in the first half, if you recall, has a 6.96.
I think Cameron will take that swapperoo.
So, yeah, not available, at least not right now. But I can give you pretty much anybody else, other than you probably want to save Wade Davis and avoid Steve Farr. So I can give you Abernathy, I can give you Montgomery, I can give you Holland,
Put
I can
Quiz
give you
in.
Quiz, and Quiz can throw 50 pitches. Abernathy, all right.
Yeah.
Options, setup. We'll take control here. Abernathy going to risk that 0 ERA today. All right. I'm going to stay in control here because I'm just going to hit pitch and hit. Now, with 2 outs, I realize it's the bottom of the 4th, but bases loaded. Are we going to let Vizquel hit, or would we pinch hit for him this early?
Let's pinch hit.
I mean, he's a terrible bat, and against right-handers,
Is Buhner? Oh, he's in the minors.
He's been terrible. Look at the OPS here. 559 against lefties, 529 against righties. But I can give you Cano.
Yeah. What's he against righties?
He's hitting 246, which is actually less than Vizquel, but a ton more power.
Let's do it.
All right. So, Mariner fans, you know him, you love him. You wish you hadn't signed him. It's Robinson Cano.
Hitting for Seattle, number 24, Robinson Cano.
Yeah, whatever.
You got to trail off there. Yeah. Robinson. Oh, did he get a knock?
Brett's ranging over.
Jeez. Brett, where's Brett going? Oh, my God. Brett. Get out of town, Brett. Break that man's leg again.
Right. That's why he's the captain, Brent.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. So Cano didn't help. And now he becomes J.P. Crawford. Shortstop. Okay. Now, if Crawford gets hurt, things are going to get weird. Just saying.
We'll put John Oliver at short.
Right? That'd be awesome with his helmet at short. That'd be so good. All right, so let me give control back to KC. Okay, here we go. So we take the lead 3-2. We got to pick it up. I've been way too chatty. This is George Brett, who broke our hearts last inning.
He's got good range. He was he was way into shallow left there.
Track 3.
All right, you can have 8.
Need some lefties in that pen. Here's Ichiro. I mean, do you want Appier to keep going? Start the 5th, see how it goes. Okay.
Ball 4.
Okay. So a leadoff walk to Ichiro Suzuki. Just saying. Wow, look at that. 30% for Ichiro. That's terrible. You want to have Edgar take a pitch, see if that gets any better?
Let's do it.
Yeah. 63. Yeah.
Should we hit and run?
That's not bad.
Poot.
Oh, Mike McFarland.
I'm
with that-
sorry, but Edgar Martinez is not swinging through a hit and run. It might have been
Yeah.
like weak contact. He might have rolled the ball over, but
Martinez missed. Ichiro got a bad jump, and Mike McFarland's gun rated 4 of 10 just took care of business. Ugh,
we made Cameron's decision easy for
right?
him.
See where this goes.
We aim to please.
That's not
And he
mine,
rolls
though.
the ball. Oh, there we go. I thought that was a grounder.
Catch that, George Brett. Look at
Edgar's
Edgar.
is like, I don't think I can make second.
I don't believe Edgar's ever turned the corner at second base.
He just runs through the baseline every time.
Yep. All right, Cameron. He says it's time for some Abernathy.
All right.
So let me get in here. Control. KC. Give me the Abernathy.
Pitching for Kansas City, Ted Abernathy.
Well, he looks like he's fun at parties. Like, you just know he can open beer bottles with his ears or something, right? There's got to be, there's definitely a party trick in there. All right, options. Give control back to KC.
Might be the oldest Casey Royals we have.
Right.
That photo we have on record.
I bet if we
In
colorized
their
him,
baseball.
if we colorize it though, I bet he'd even look older. Or maybe that is colorized. I
Do
don't
you
know.
remember they first started colorizing some of those old movies? You're just like, oh,
Yeah, they were
I
like,
like the text here, yeah, guys.
why do they all look like the Simpsons? Like,
There's like weird blushing going on, and
yeah, it was
yeah, Cameron said he was Employee of the Month at the co-op.
Yeah, that's it. Here's Kyle Seager. That's not enough, though. All right, here's Castillo. Oh, he's almost out of bullets, man. He's only got 10 pitches left.
Huh?
We got a whole slate of right-handers coming up. So,
Mino's up, or is he spent?
oh, let's see. Pitchers. So, ranked by ERA. Eric Hansen doesn't count. He hasn't pitched an inning yet. He just got called up. But we got Arthur Rhodes. He's only got 20 pitches in that arm. We got Shigetoshi Hasagawa. Not bad. Kaz Sasaki. We got the Poots, excuse me. Munoz can throw 20. Schooler can throw 25. We're pretty well set here. I think, who's the closer? Poots has been the closer. So, you got a favorite in there, Roto? Somebody wanted Arthur Rhodes.
Yeah, let's do Rose.
That'd be a
fun.
lefty against a bunch of righties coming up, though.
We could get Munoz up, or looks like
Yeah.
Kaz is doing all right.
I've got no problem with any of those. Let's see. Looks like Kaz's number is a little bit better.
All right.
So, oops. I tried to put him right into the game. No warm up. That's all I want. All right, here we go.
Strike 3.
Sitting down, Mayberry. All right, last batter for Castillo. Ooh. Come on,
He's got it.
Raul.
He's got it. Oh, it's a Banez. I don't know if he's got it. There we go. All right.
All right, now it's Sasaki time.
Pitching for Seattle, Kazuhiro Sasaki.
Wow. Can't do Castillo, but he can do Kazuhiro Sasaki.
Dialed in.
Ball 4.
Oh, Frank White. Doing what he does. Playing great defense, taking walks, and upping property taxes. Here's Whit Merrifield with 2 outs.
That's the 6th tool. It's
Right.
messing with property owners.
All right, Ted Abernathy's got 35 pitches. He can get through an inning. Maybe. Oh, look at that. Down the line. Hugging it.
Airball.
A fair ball,
Yeah.
it looks like. Get 2, Booty. Slide.
Wow, this is closer than it should have been.
Really should have been, right? He went in with like Jeremy Giambi. Not what you want. Here's Raul. He got a lot of that, but
I think did he get it? Is it off the wall?
Nope. But Boone can take third. 59% if we send Boone to third with 1 out. Yeah.
I don't think you do it. I don't think so.
He's already in scoring position, right?
Yeah.
Stay put, Brett. Because Alvin Davis is here.
Ball four.
Walk it. We might need to start thinking about Abernathy out here. 2 lefties coming up. Oh, Kansas City doesn't have a lefty in their pen, though, I don't think. Yeah. Bullpen. They have Danny Duffy, who's normally in their rotation.
Just get Quiz up. No one's gonna
put the Quiz.
No one's gonna begrudge us that.
That's fair. All right. So I'm just gonna, since we're not stealing or nothing, I'm gonna control both. Just pitch and hit. McFarland's like, you see I put Sal on the bench?
So do you see that stolen base, really?
Right?
That was amazing.
Like I just saw those 2 guys steal on you. Oh, it was a wild pitch. Not his fault.
Right now he's just staring at Dan Wilson.
Cam, you want
what's up, bro?
Do you want Quiz right here? Farr is actually pitching as an opener right now, and you need him in the rotation. So I can't give you Farr. But I can give you Quiz right now if you want it. Go check out that Kansas City bullpen. Do a little mound trip. And look at that. Oh, Quisenberry's still warming. Wow.
All right, Abernathy it is.
That's got sack fly written all over it. Whit Merrifield's an infielder. With the infielders are. Oh, you want us to walk Wilson. Send Boone home. Safe chance 69%. I'm all over that with 2 outs.
Yeah, sorry, Cameron. We saw that late.
Yeah, or not. Sorry, buddy. We're already
gotta send him.
We're 9 minutes late, man. We got to move. Yeah, we're going to send him. Throw home, you bet. Send Davis to third. That's a no.
Peace.
Woo! Just
Shortstop,
like
number 3, JP. Crawford.
So Abernathy's got 10 pitches left in him, but Quiz is ready. I think they're probably time for a change. Let me get the Quiz in here.
Pitching
If only for
Kansas
the
City,
mustache.
Dan.
Wow, love it. We need to just play that Sports Illustrated commercial every time Quiz comes in.
I love that they obviously lit him for this photo, right? And this is what they were going for, right? Okay. Starring anew in Batman Eternal, it's Quisenberry as Two-Face. Can't wait.
He has a book of poetry, right? I've never read it.
Is that true?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's probably a smart play.
Here's Mike McFarland. Sasaki's still good for another 22 pitches.
Strike 3.
Hopefully that's one good inning. Here's Johnny Damon. Hal McRae's grumbling on the bench, you know it. Bobby Witt. Hey, Sasaki did a good job. Oh. Oh. We're running late. Ichiro killed the music. Oh, Frank White boots it.
Oh my goodness.
Ichiro, 79% Roto.
Send him.
Yeah, because we can't trust Edgar on the hit and run.
You're right. He's out of the circle of trust.
He got him again.
Oh, Suzuki's killing us today.
Mike McFarland's world, baby.
Oh, McFarland is just crushing us.
Sal Perez is like, I'm glad I signed that extension, man. Jesus. Edgar,
Just all the little things too, right?
Edgar's 26%. Griffey with a tapper. Mayberry's got it. Yeah, fine.
Does he? Okay.
He does. Oh, we probably got to get our next guy ready. So Kansas City has Brent, Tartable, Mayberry. So it's probably Arthur Rhodes, right? We get that lefty in there.
Yeah.
All right. That's a solid knock right there. Oh, it's sinking though. Damon might get it. Oh, Damon with the shoestring catch.
Man, that was a rope.
Sucked.
Darn it.
All right, Sasaki, you have done good work.
That was good work.
Let's bring the lefty in here.
Pitching for Seattle, Arthur Rhodes.
That's true,
Somebody should tell him that.
huh?
New starter. I think he's the new owner. At least the manager. All right, lefty Arthur Lee Rhodes. George Brett treats him rudely. Baboon's there. Nice. Here's Danny Tartable.
Ball four.
Michael
Take
and the
your
Danny
base.
Tartables take on the Kansas City Royals tonight.
What was that center's name for the Knicks?
Sidney Green.
Sidney Green is killing the Knicks. That'd be a great ringtone.
Right? I gotta try to find that cut. It was so good.
Strike three.
Oh, Mayberry's sitting
I
there.
mean, just to hear Marv Albert's call every time one of your friends calls you.
Yeah. And just the disrespect in his voice, right? Normally a play-by-play guy would get a call from the office after that, right? But I think they knew he was telling the truth. All right, we got to get somebody else up here because Arthur Rhodes only had 20 pitches in that left arm.
All right, Cameron wants Salvi
Ooh.
instead of McFarland next.
Yeah,
I don't know. Are you sure? Because McFarland's been.
You know, bench McFarland? That's like benching Sandberg in the Rhino game, but okay. So who do we want here if Poots is the closer? You want Munoz, Scooter,
Yeah, do Munoz.
or Hasagawa? Okay. Ooh, that's pretty solid.
That sounded like good wood there.
Really
Dang
good.
it.
Abundance, get there.
Oh, he's got it.
Lots of money. All right, here's the quiz. Oh, Rappoon.
Get it? No.
Oh, maybe not.
Damn
No,
it, it's just
it
tracking
sounded
everything.
good. Man, it
We
sounded good.
We should have put Witt in left. What are we doing?
Yeah. We weren't thinking. Look at Quizgood over there.
Wow, that's good fundamental baseball.
Here's Alvin Davis. Oh, Frankie White, though. Up to the challenge.
Not booting it twice.
All right, so it's Munoz time.
Pitching for Seattle.
Oh, we're
number
here in the
75,
ninth. It might have been.
Andres Munoz.
Let me get Pooch ready just in case. All right, Salvi. So let me show you what we got here with a right-hander on the mound. Kansas City, OPS versus right-handers. Perez is your top guy. I got White, Merrifield, McFarland, Damon. So I'll pinch hit Perez. Where do you want him? You want him for White? Because White's got no pop.
Although, probably want him in case one of those guys gets on base. Tie it up, huh?
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
Because if he hits a bomb here.
I just feel bad because Cam had a suggestion and we were. It's Perez for Mac, for McFarland. So third, okay. Fair enough.
Ball four.
Oh,
All right, Poots time.
right. Hey, maybe they want to put old Al McRae in there to pinch run for Frank White. All right, so Boots right now.
I think. Well, yeah,
I
probably. I
mean,
think he probably would have been in if we were paying attention. Probably would have brought him straight.
we got to do a mound trip.
That was my bad.
Munoz is strong, but Poots is ready. Hey, in the box score, it looked like you started the inning.
Pitching
Look
for
at
Seattle,
Poots.
JJ.
The Undertaker, dude.
Right? Who knew? Who's that Poots? Okay. Whit Merrifield. Oh, no.
It's happening again, Weber.
Here we go again, Roto.
Now we got if he hits a 3-run bomb. Come on.
This looks like the cover of a bad 80s horror movie at Pacific Video, doesn't it?
Right.
Come on.
Definitely.
All right.
All right, get Sal in there.
By special request.
We'll probably give up a bomb to Damon.
Yeah, bro. Oh, God, Damon.
Pinch hitting for Kansas City, number 13, Salvador
Porres. Whatever. At least it's not in the air. But it's definitely going to score one. No, they hold White at third.
Huh. Okay.
So Poots only has 16 pitches left.
So we got to get someone else up.
None of them have been very impressive. You like Shigetoshi Hasagawa?
Sure.
Or Mike Schooler?
Oh, man, that bullpen is...
Got thin all of a sudden, didn't it?
Lordy.
You want Schooler or Hasagawa?
I guess Schooler's been better.
A little bit better.
Hasagawa's K9 is a little bit low.
All right.
For a ninth inning reliever.
Probably accurate, right? Yeah.
Like Kevin, yeah.
Months
But is Jamie Moyer wasn't available, right?
Time to go to school. All right, fine. Hey, JJ.
Jeez.
Help us out, man.
Pinfield fly. Batter's out.
Wow.
We haven't got many of those.
That's amazing. Man, he hit that high.
Eat it, Johnny Damon. Batter's out.
All right. Man, we get a chance to turn this, huh? Or Whit. And we're gonna have to turn
So Poots for Whit, give him one chance.
I think so, don't you think?
He's got better numbers than Schooler. So even though the inning's been rough.
All right.
Oh.
Did he get it?
It's in slow-mo. That's usually not good.
It's out. Dang it. Oh no. Oh, and the Mariners were on the verge of turning their season around. Dang it. All right, now we got to look into the KC bullpen.
Yep. Cam's like, yo, we're going to take the lead.
Double darn it. 4 spot.
Just put up a granny.
Opposite field shot, too. Come on.
Kansas City, I know who's warming up now is Wade Davis, their nightmare closer. So hang on. Options.
Yeah, Munchkin knows.
Right? Well, it was in what I think is our longest 9-inning game ever. We'll go to that KC.
Feels like it's gone 14.
It does, right? Oh, I keep hitting the wrong thing. Start warming up Wade Davis.
Wade Davis, dang it.
Yeah, Poots, you're done, my friend.
Jeez.
Enough.
She just kept Munoz in.
Look at this guy, though. How are you going to trust that guy? Mike Schooler versus George Brett, sure.
Mike Schooler's the kind of guy, like, if you shoulder tapped him in the parking lot, he'd buy you beer.
He probably would. Probably ask for your autograph. There's Tartable. Happy we're pronouncing his name right.
Whew.
Mayberry 0 for 4.
Just one end.
Look at Brett Boone. Who's all over that? All right. He does look like Clip. Hey, it's very interesting. A lot of people don't know the ancient Sumerians were actually postal worshipers. Quisenberry may be out of gas, no doubt.
Wow. They very rarely give it to you that frank. Oh, Davey Davis, come on.
For Kansas City, number 71, Wade Davis.
So where are we? We're with old Dan Wilson against the right-hander.
Here we got anybody?
Mariners.
Phil Bradley.
We can hit Bradley for Crawford, but that might mean Bradley is at shortstop in the 10th, but that'd be fun too.
Yeah, let's do it.
So bad. Nobody else? Oh, we got Mike Cameron. We got Cal Raleigh on the bench. He's terrible, though. I mean, in internal baseball.
And Mike Cameron has
And
no
Mike
bats.
Cameron, who can pinch run. He can pinch run for us if Wilson gets on.
All right.
All right, so I'm giving control back to Kansas City here.
The Buglist is hitting it.
Oh, look at this. Dan Wilson.
All right. Let's
Turn
get
it. Turn
Cal
it
Raleigh?
Turn it into
no.
Mike Cameron.
Phil Bradley or Cal Raleigh? What are you thinking?
Well, first I want to get Cameron to run for Wilson. And then Bradley has a much better average. Well, wait, 238 to 148. Jesus. But yeah, Bradley's a better bat. So
All right.
I hope this goes 10 just to see Cal Raleigh at shortstop, maybe.
Do we have a catcher still?
Cameron is the new runner at first.
Oh, no, we need him to go in for Cameron, or Cameron's catching. Cameron's 75% to steal, Roto.
I
But
don't
Perez is a 9 defensively with an 8 arm.
know. I
So,
don't think you do it.
all right. Run, Cameron. Stay out of that DP. All right. 1 down for Ichiro. Wrong guy. So here we are. Down to the last.
Huh? We got a good guy up.
Come on, Edgar. Straight up. Get out. The old Lenny Randall.
Oh, man. Well done.
Here's Edgar Martinez. Walking. Okay.
Huh? All right. Who's up now? We got
Third is
Grit. No.
Griffey.
Oh, wow. All right.
Right? Did Sykes do that? I just remember Lenny Randall. You know why I remember Lenny Randall? ASU, baby. That's why I remember it. All right. Let's go, Griffey. Perez is like, don't screw this up.
Don't give up a homer.
Don't be a poots.
Is that a hit?
That's getting through. That's totally getting through. Too bad it's Edgar at second. Oh, Roto. Oh, Edgar couldn't even take third. All right, so Wade Davis is out of gas. And they didn't do anything about it, which is dumb. But we'll take over here. Cameron, you want Greg Holland or Jeff Montgomery? I'll wait. You know what? Forget it. I'll warm them both up. Monty. Okay, fine. Davis is going to have to pitch to Seager, though. Oh, that doesn't look good at all.
Davis forgot to cover. Forgot to cover.
That's it.
Heartache.
Final score from T-Mobile Park, Kansas City 6, Seattle 5. Kansas City has won 5 straight. Dan Quisenberry picks up the win. He is now 7-2. JJ
7-2.
Puts picks up the loss. He is now 1-4. Wade Davis gets the save. Number 10, Bobby Witt Jr. Hit home run number 11 on the season. Time of the game, 3 hours, 35 minutes.
My favorite bit of this whole box score is the question mark after. Cano? What are you guys thinking?
Let's see the stuff. Oh, man.
Quiz
was
on fire.
dealing.
Yeah, what,
Wow.
seven outs, no hits.
Oof.
1 long. Rhodes was the only one who had less than perfect stuff, but he pitched a scoreless inning.
Yeah. Boots could have used a couple negatives there.
MVP Bobby Witt Jr. and behind him, sulking in the photo, is Mike McFarland. Right? But that granny was pretty clutch.
McFarland had a great stolen base. Let's give him some credit.
It's funny, as good as he was. Look at the line: 0 for 2, 1 run.
See, it's all that off the stat stuff.
But he's still
tangibles.
What was his steal here? Let's see.
Did they give it to him?
Yeah, it was his first steal of the year, and it was home plate. Good for him. Well, all right, good for you, Kansas City. They are having a really good year, and it was a good game, even though the bullpens were trash. But that's the kind of excitement you see not every week, nay, every day in Eternal Baseball. So if you like what you saw, check us out. You can see everything we do at eternalbaseball.com. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Twitter. It's hard to miss us. So if you like seeing the greatest players of all time, all in their prime, simultaneously competing for an Eternal Championship, then welcome home, because Eternal Baseball is the spot for you. So we do this every Sunday. Thanks for joining us. And we will see you again next week for another thrilling edition of the Eternal Baseball Podcast.
Thanks, everyone.